Texas Tech. This is the easiest pick Dave Portnoy has accounted in 20 years.
Ever.
I think I want to do like $250,000.
Let's go to the game, baby. Let's go to the game. Let's say fuck it, throw caution to the wind.
$250,000.
Oh, boy.
By the way, it'd still be down.
Yeah. Barstool Sports,
That's not funny, Pete.
No, it's not funny.
You
That
love
part's
it.
not funny.
You
Now it's a cough.
Now
Now it's a cough.
You see him like
now
up
it's a
like a
cough.
Christmas
Oh,
tree when I
yeah.
said
He's
that.
so happy. He's
Asshole.
so fucking happy. All right.
Asshole.
Asshole.
But I have the same feeling I had with the Patriots. The adrenaline is going from the toes to my brain.
He said it. I didn't fucking say it. I'm not a bad influence. Barstool's a bad influence.
I don't just like Texas Tech tonight. I think Texas Tech is the easiest bet in the history of major sports. I have been actively trying to place a $250,000 bet on Texas Tech tonight. It's a lock.
It's a lock.
It's a done deal.
It's a $250,000 lock.
Dave ended up not being able to place the bet, and that was good for two reasons. Number one, because Virginia ended up winning that game in overtime.
What's the main thing you had to do to get to this point?
To get to this point, I had to grind, I had to pray, I had to cry.
Okay.
But that's where
Hey, you ever think too many people saying let's go, no one's saying where we're going?
we're going to fucking championship, let's go!
We're going to championships. I think it's a bar down that way.
And secondly, because it birthed one of the best rags to riches stories in recent memory. Not since Za first walked into Barstool HQ as an unemployed immigrant and walked out with a full-time job, have we seen something so unexpected, so uplifting, and so Barstool.
My book, the site.
Oh, my bookie? Yeah. What is that? I have a theory because someone was tripping me this morning.
They're like, what?
It's all about tax day. People like see how much they made and then they get like they start. Like some guy tweeted me today. He's like, you don't actually bet. It's like, what?
My bookie's the site. That's like the McAfee. Yeah. They're like they're basically like I'm a fraud. Like they must have tweeted. I didn't see it. They wouldn't have taken the bet. Like I would ever fucking.
It's not even a real bookie.
It's a fake. First of all, they're full of shit. They would never take my fucking bet on credit.
Ever.
But
They would
now
never
they're
take that
acting.
bet to begin with. They don't. They would never let that limit.
They're acting. They're just nonstop chirping. Like I was just talking shit. Like I wasn't trying to do it.
I don't understand these.
Now I'm gonna have to discredit the whole company. It's like, why would you do that? I mean, I'm obviously happy I didn't make the bet because I would have lost $250,000. What happened was, so when I was talking about it, I guess the site, my bookie, chirped me at like 7 p.m., like an hour and a half before the game, saying I must not be looking or trying too hard to place this bet because they take the action. They wanted me to put $250,000 into Bitcoin and then transfer it to them. And they're gonna come at me like I'm gonna give a fucking scumbag an offshore. By the way, they can just shut down at any point because it's illegal. Yeah, I just go, oh, here's $250,000. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not proud of this, but I've earned my reputation as degenerate.
Yes.
Like you can't just be like a fake degenerate.
Can't take that.
No, that's the only thing I got.
Yesterday and today too. People being like, you don't actually bet. It's like, what? How? Why would I make that up? Can you imagine if I was tweeting about, like Nevada and UNLV at 12 o'clock on a Tuesday, just for fun?
Imagine if I was just taking out $470,000 in cash just for fun.
Yeah.
Full Presidente, Tool Presidente. I went back and I saw he had said like 3 or 4 things about me in a row. And like I said, I was in such a bad mood. I'm still in such a bad mood that I was just looking for blood, and I want this fucking guy's jugular. I want this guy dead. I want his company dead. I want him dead. I want him dead. Like, what are you doing, my boy? That is the stupidest business decision I've ever seen, to come at me out of the clouds, unprovoked, just to be like, you're a fraud gambler.
If you're going to get in a war with Dave Portnoy, first advice, just don't. Just swallow your words, go about your day. Second of all, make sure it's not on a day he's paying his bookie. He is already in a terrible mood. And third of all, make sure you have no skeletons in your closet. You live the pure and chaste life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like they're on a mantle. They've reached the mantle status where they've got their own bottle.
This fucking idiot who started tweeting at me was like a lion who hasn't eaten in 2 days.
This guy, too, it's crazy. Like it's like he was driving down the middle of the road and decided to veer 100 yards off track to run into a wall.
Yeah,
right. Like, what are you doing,
like,
dude?
we weren't talking to you.
Not at all.
In any war, there are people who get caught in the crossfire, collateral damage who never see it coming, and that's where the story of Brandon Walker begins.
Hello and welcome to MyBookie Live. MyBookie Live on a, what is it? Tuesday, the day after the national championship game. MyBookie Live is just ridiculous. That camera angle is just ridiculous. Hello Periscope, hello YouTube, hello everybody. We've got plenty to talk about. My name is Brandon Walker. My God, there's a lot of people here. What happened on Periscope? Where'd everybody, what happened on Periscope? Somebody calls me a squid. Okay, thank you very much, Bubby Brister. I appreciate that. Fantastic, a lot of people here. All right, pressure. What's happening right now? What's happening? Okay.
Dave had gone to war with MyBookie, and lo and behold, Brandon Walker had to do a live stream, his daily show with MyBookie that day, with zero knowledge of the beef that was at hand.
I got a lot of people here. A lot of people. Somebody says, you're going to be out of a job soon. I'm out of a job already. Well, what are you talking about? I sit in my home in my underwear watching Price is Right and Drew Carey's fat ass all day. I'm good. You think this is a job?
So El Prez weaponized social media, the Stoolies were scrambling, they were ready for war, and Brandon Walker was caught in the crosshairs.
Dave. Hey, Dave. I don't know what's happening. Love you, Dave. Not flustered? Somebody who's clearly flustered. Okay, guys, listen. Come at me with something better than nice haircut or flustered. My head looks like a deflated football. I understand that, okay? I look like a car coming down the road with the doors open. I understand that. But nice haircut and you're flustered? That ain't working.
It was one of the saddest things I've ever watched, realizing that this guy had no responsibility, no reason to be getting all this hate, and was just getting crushed by the internet.
I don't know what we did, Dave. Is this not the head guy who chirped Portnoy? No, I've never said anything to Portnoy. I don't know what... You don't seem normal. That would probably be accurate. I'm going to go into bet number 3. You look like Brienne of Tarth. I don't even know what that is. What is Brienne of Tarth? I don't know what that is. What is that?
The horse was out of the barn. There was no stopping the internet mob. They were making fun of him. They were cracking jokes about his appearance, about his picks, about his company, when he really had absolutely nothing to do with it. This poor bastard, simply collateral damage in the latest Portnoy battle.
My name's Brandon Walker. You've been watching MyBookie Live. Bye, Dave. Love you.
Remember Za from the beginning of the episode? Yeah. Well, back in summer 2017, he was just a Barstool radio caller who came to the NY office to visit while Dave was in a feud with Smitty over some controversial late-night text messages.
Who is it? I mean, you don't want them to have any responsibility for their actions.
I took care of it.
That's not good enough.
I don't know what else to say. I took care of it.
You said you wouldn't put your job in the line.
You were willing to fire me?
Still, possibly, yes.
Really?
Yes.
He took it upon himself to tear Smitty a new one, and in doing so, earned himself a spot on Team Portnoy, as well as a full-time job at the Content Factory.
I know for a fact it's you. Your story does not add up at all.
He's right, it doesn't.
Where are you coming in here?
I was a neutral party. I listened to this show.
As a
I am
neutral
trying
party,
to actually,
I agree with that.
I am trying to whisper good stuff into his ear.
You
got Kevin out here going out on a limb for you people. I mean, it's clear.
Yes.
It's clear as
That's
day.
what Za said.
Do you know what happens in my land if you do that type of stuff?
Oh, I can only imagine.
Thrown in a river full of crocodiles. People disappear, my friend. So you consider yourself lucky that you're actually still in this room.
I like this guy, Za. Wow. Za coming in with the fire.
Literally no words.
He's right.
I am speechless. I am absolutely speechless.
Adios. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Unreal.
Come back tomorrow?
Who knows? By
Yeah.
invite, if you guys want me, yeah, I can come.
You just left your information or something?
No, Dave was just like, I'll be in touch.
But hey, morning, yeah, I gotta actually.
All right, Dave just walked in. Hello, David.
What's going on?
Hey.
How we feeling?
I'm good. I mean,
Crazy day.
yesterday.
Today, too.
Why? What happened?
Just
today?
all over the place.
Yeah. Did you watch this?
Yeah, so
It's maybe the funniest 14 minutes.
so
I've ever
we're
seen.
talking
We're
about
gonna hire this guy. I mean, he had everything. It's not just that it's a kind of a fuck you to my bookie. He has that Barstool, like, he's funny, kind of like weird looking. He rolled with the punches really well. He just, I knew he fit.
Hey, how you guys doing?
It was electric Periscope TV in my mind. And have you, the way you handled it, I liked how you were kind of phasing in and out of like just doing your picks, which, by the way, winners, I noticed that. And then going back to people commenting about your haircut, calling you Brianna of Tarth, which you didn't know who that was, even though there is some question because we saw that tweet you did from, it looked like you're Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. That's a good tweet, but how did you use that GIF if you don't know who Brianna of Tarth is?
I went to the faithful Twitter and I searched "getting ready for battle," and that's what came up. I have no idea. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I've never seen it. I'm not disparaging anybody that watches it. And can I just tell you, I've been referenced to as a Game of Thrones looking guy before many times. It didn't shake me that much. Can I answer one question from the Barstool universe though?
Yeah.
Everybody was saying, "Hey Brandon, at first you looked a little shook. You look shook." And can I just tell you that the reason I looked shook yesterday is because I was shook. And I eventually got used to it. The meds kicked in. I got it right and was able to get out of the inning. So I feel good about it.
So how do we get you just to stop working with my bookie and work with us like instantly?
He had a show going live at 6. It was probably about 5 p.m. It's like, all right, I'm going to call you offline. I went in my office, negotiated with him. He said he made $25 in an hour from my bookie. I thought I could beat that, and I did.
So Dave's back in. Riggs is in. We got to. Did we hire him?
Oh, yeah.
We hired him?
Yeah, he'll be going
Brandon
live on
Walker.
Barstool Gambling.
Betting with Brandon.
Yeah, he requested to go live tomorrow because he has to break a relationship that he's had forever.
6
Who
weeks.
Introduced it. No.
Oh.
Who's like got him the gig. And like, you got to kind of go today.
And what'd he say?
He'll do it. He's
Today?
like, this is the opportunity. He loves us. He's like, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for.
This is the best. I said when you were out there, I was like, this is why I love Barstool. Because we just made this guy who was minding his own business 24 hours ago is now our coworker. What is the name of the show? Brandon with the Bets? Brandon and the Bets?
Betting Brandon?
Betting with Brandon was another one we were throwing out there.
What's his name?
Brandon. Who's this guy we just hired?
Life changed for Bo Jackson once because he was a bad motherfucker, and life changed for me because I'm a bad motherfucker, and I just got hired by a bunch of bad motherfuckers. I am Brandon Walker. Welcome to the first episode of the Barstool Sports Gambling Show down here. It just means more in SEC country, folks. We're going to see. I'm not shook. I'm a little drunk. I had to stop and get me a celebratory wine cooler on the way, and that strawberry daiquiri is holding up. I was shook yesterday. I ain't shook right now. The only shaking I'm going to do later is to my old lady because I'm excited. Brandon Walker from Tupelo, Mississippi is getting back on the winning side and starting a show with Barstool Sports. Life done changed, honey. Life has changed. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for bringing me on. Here we go. Shit's going to be fun. I'll be back tomorrow.
I like this fucking guy.
What a beautiful fucking story. Speaking of foreigners working for Barstool, it's me, the Wonton Don. How are you? This past weekend, PFT made a last-minute decision to fly to Asia for the Hong Kong Sevens rugby tournament. And who better to be his personal tour guide than yours truly?
All right, PFT just landed. I think so. This is an Asian dude.
Yeah, no, that's the driver. That's him.
Welcome to Hong Kong, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, hey, good and you?
And oh boy, we had ourselves a weekend. There were a lot of peaks,
Donnie, I'll be honest with you right now. I feel amazing. This is like the coolest feeling I've ever had in my life right now. It's awesome.
That's Hong Kong Sevens for you. Mixed with a little
And a lot of valleys.
I would beat the shit out of every high school kid.
Actually, we only had one valley, and that was when this homophobic dude who was pissed off by the fact I was dressed up like Freddie Mercury.
I just want to ask you a serious question, Freddie. What turned you from fucking girls to getting it received in the arse, son?
Decided to toss my Barstool mic. Thankfully, we managed to avoid an altercation, and after that, we were flying high.
She's got me. Don't stop me now, cause I'm having a good time. I'm having a real good time.
Stay tuned, because next week we'll have a full video recap of Hong Kong Sevens.
All right, so yeah, I think we're gonna be here for another 6 to 8 hours. So buckle up, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Plus a video highlighting the nightlife of Hong Kong.
Big raid, big raid. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Where apparently you can rage in a 7-Eleven.
This is the back room of Club 7-Eleven. You gotta behave. This is where all the high rollers are, okay? So just don't embarrass me, okay?
Looks very exclusive, yeah. I'll behave.
Do you need Tums or Doritos or anything?
I do need Tums, actually.
I think I just found some Tums. Yeah.
Found Rolaids? Tums?
They're right here.
Oh, you just got ice.
Just got iced in Club 7-Eleven, dude.
Is this one of those? PFT, you gotta do it, buddy. I listen to your podcast every day. What am I gonna do? You're my hero.
He's got to do it, dude. I fucking hate icing. I can't believe I just iced him. I feel bad. Especially this dude's already got heartburn. Now he's fucked.
It's also like 2 a.m.
It's gonna be a wild one. Stay tuned.
The goat is Robbie, turn around, show everyone the sweatshirt.
Friday energy, Friday 10. Alright, so
thanks for clapping for us.
They're not supposed to.
Nice
to see you, yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi Kelly, Lizzie, so nice to meet you. Both of you guys on KC Oh, yeah, whatever works. You know, whatever like.
The cologne whiff that came with that was like, I think I just got high off of it. It was a lot. It smells good. It smells real good. But I'm giggling looking at it. It's like my childhood.
You did?
You guys know what you're doing.
We're good. All set.
Quiet on the set!
Yeah.
You know what a keto fart smells like? You have no idea.
I fart a lot.
No, it lingers.
I'm gonna fart loudly every time I come.
Hi.
You guys.
Yeah, you were
Yep. Pauly, how are you? Rita? We've met once before, but.
The house is huge.
Bro.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only thing, can I ask you a question? What's up? Is steam water? Is steam water?
Yes. Thank you.
So you can catch steam?
Not exactly.
That's what we're trying to
It was water before it was steam.
Trying to
Gotta start somewhere.
We're trying to make salt water water.
Desalinization is what we're talking about over here.
I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
Can you explain to Mush about desalinization?
Oh, it's when you take the salt out of something?
Oh yeah, no, we started.
We already know that.
Oh boy. Why? And the question is, why do you do it?
No, we know why. He thinks we have too much ocean, and we could be using it for better things. So I taught him about.
I think it's harder to desalinate ocean water than you'd think.
It's not easy.
We're using too much salt. So we go in a tent, right?
That's all I know.
We all sit in a tent, fry up some fucking water, salt water, catch the steam, wait it out, drip it out, sell it on the market.
Ready to make an investment?
I mean, it's like I don't even know if you're wrong. That's how
He's not. It's so right because we're using 80% of the world is ocean. We're wasting the ocean, but we're going to be in tents catching steam.
I still don't know why we need a tent.
It's a controlled environment.
I don't know. There might be something like that.
Yeah, I think there is.
I feel like we need to catch it in a balloon type thing.
He didn't believe me that steam was a form of water.
Didn't understand it. Now I understand.
Then Pauly D came over and explained it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't really like to explain.
But he did.
He did explain.
He crushed it. He knocked it out of the park. There was a second where I thought he was going to go in detail, DJ Pauly D, of course, about the desalinization process.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been maybe the best video the internet's ever seen.
That would have been fun. Well,
how do you feel about desalinization?
What? You gonna get in the business?
What?
Desalinized water.
Taking salt out of water.
I'm not interested.
I don't know. I feel like there's money to be made there.
Nope. Not interested.
What about?
I've seen Waterworld.
That's all you need to see.
Did you know there's 80% salt water in the whole world?
Yeah.
It's too much.
Not interested.
Why not?
It's nice.
He's spoken his piece.
I need help. I need help.
I'm telling you.
But
bring me an offer that I'm interested in. This one I'm not.
Listen,
I'm gonna pass.
I got a lot of offers.
I'm gonna pass.
When we're getting high off the hog, known as desalinization, I don't want you running.
I'm gonna pass. That's fine.
I feel like I just watched an episode of Shark Tank.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Buttons, like when you getting in trouble, you press the buttons, weights fall off.
What about spotters?
That's the beauty of it. You don't need spotters.
So then we're just making a world where no one has to speak to anyone ever?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
No. As a guy who loves going to the gym,
you talk to people at the gym.
KB knows spotters, bro.
You don't want a spotter.
That's how you meet. That's how you meet dudes, like-minded dudes, being like, "Hey, can I
you
grab
have
a spotter?"
When
I need one.
Yeah, but you'll never need one.
But I want to make friends, you idiot.
You don't need friends. Yeah. You have 740,000.
What up, KB?
Oh.
Don't tell them.
Are you sure? I told you it's top of the style.
It is.
Oh, big right! And the momentum in the blink of an eye is shifted. We're off and fucking running. Welcome to Rough and Rowdy.
I knocked him out in Atlanta. I knocked him out in Jacksonville. West Virginia ain't gonna be no different. Yeah, I'm gonna smash him. I don't give a fuck if he had his hammer. I want to help him. He's fucked.
Shiz at the Riz at here. I'm coming to West Virginia and Wade Woodruff, you're in my way.
Shiz at the Riz at. I'm gonna come at you with a rage you never seen before.
I got called out by a guy that I previously beat.
I want to avenge that loss, that slip, not that loss.
I'm getting my shit ready to fucking knock you the fuck out.
This is Vito the Torpedo. Whoever wants it, you can come get it, man.
Thor Smash is back and he is going to beat the fuck out of someone.
Do you see him choke out that security guard? The guy was whispering, "Please let me go." Please.
That guy wanted no part of it.
He's like, "Please let me go. Please let me." Frankie's choking him out. What do you think of that security guard saying, "Please let me go"?
Me and Rudy sat down and like we looked at each other, we like laughed, and then we watched the video, and I was like, "Oh my god."
It's like you watching the video of the Islanders guy crying.
I always said when it's like a man in the mirror thing, it's like I don't like the way I look.
Yeah, it does kind of ruin your argument about that guy. All the journalists.
No, it was like that was lighthearted. That was about the team.
By the way,
I didn't want.
physically assaulted.
Him screaming, "Let me go" was tough. Let me go.
He couldn't even scream.
Let me go. And his dude, his hat was falling up, and someone kept his hat on him. Did you see that? His hat was falling, and someon's like.
It looked like his back or his hip was break.
And he was just still walking. It was like he's like, not again.
He was he had a look on his face like, this is how it ends.
He got caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
That was the only thing.
He'll never be back in that second. See, I thought you knew him, when you.
No, I don't know that
you
guy.
go season tickets somewhere, I know a couple of the beer vendors.
Imagine he would if he would have dropped the hot dog thing and hugged me.
Yeah, right. That's what I was expecting.
No, I thought he.
He was in pain. No, he was scared. He thought he was gonna die.
He was in pain. He was.
We're going to go ahead and get to my bookie plays of the day. Celtics plus 4.5 against the Wizards is the play tonight. Giants plus 115 against the Padres is bet number 2.
Talking about walk the line.
Yeah, he went 0-3.
Tough first outing.
It's a very tough first outing, and not only to go 0-3, but all three were I don't think there was ever a second where we were winning any of them. Views on his Periscope, and he goes 0-3. I've been in the gambling game for a very long time. I'm not expecting every bet to win, but to go 0-3 on your debut night, that's tough. That's tough. Maybe he's a plant.
Yeah, maybe this was a
from my bookie. He's just gonna give us losers and bring Dave back into the
kill us from the inside.
The fact he's the Trojan horse.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon Walker is the Trojan horse sent to destroy Barstool. That's crazier things have been suggested.
Well, he was 0-3. He got me back gambling when I should be retired. Really, he wasn't close at all. And now I'm in the soup, and now, it's not a great start. 0-3 and, just not even fucking close, so. It sucks. And that's all Brandon Walker's walk the line fault, who went from my favorite guy to fucking hate him pretty quick.
Walk the line. That was a great tweet. We were just I gotta break the silence here.
I just couldn't. I couldn't take it. It's like everyone's.
It was the most anticipated show ever. It was the most anticipated picks ever. And the fucking Hornets and the Hawks.
It was so bad.
Come on, dude.
It was so bad. And his under, it was 9-0 in the second inning.
It was so fast.
They were the three worst.
Has he responded?
No, he seems to just pretend those didn't happen.
Yeah,
he's like
short memory.
He put a walk the line sweatshirt on sale. It's like, you fucking cunt. It's like I lost a fucking ton of money on you.
So the bet was, Rudy came to my desk and said, hey, let's bet frosted tips on the UMass-Denver semifinals game. Winner goes to the national championship. Took me about 24 hours, but I accepted. I believed in my UMass Minutemen. I didn't go to UMass, but I partied there on the weekends just to piss myself there. So I'm very excited for UMass to go to the national championship, but I'm even more excited to see my good friend Rude Boy Jendo over here with some frosted tips.
I think that Rudy set this up so he could get frosted tips without looking like a tool about it.
I just wanted my team to win, and I just wanted to make a fun bet. I wanted to do this bet in college, and no one would ever do it.
Right? Yeah,
no one would ever do it with me. I want to do mullets in college. No one would ever do it. But here we are now.
I think you're gonna look good. I think it's gonna look cool.
That sounds good. Let it lock together.
Like this much?
Cement.
Or more?
Like that should be a lock. Can you?
I'm really excited
Can
about
you pull
this.
my 3070? Ooh, it's brassy.
What?
Orange.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna look like
It's
a dragon.
pretty, but it's also wet, so it could get lighter.
That's true.
No one gives a fuck about his frosted tips. He's doing this for style. He won who was the best.
Oh my god, it's so orange. Holy shit. That is so funny.
It looks good.
I need to find some hair gel.
It's a look for sure.
I think he can pull it off.
I do too.
I wouldn't run away from him or anything.
No, it's an icebreaker.
That is true.
People go up and be like, what's up?
Although I don't know if you would be worried that he actually thinks it looks good.
I think that's the problem.
We know that it's an ironic thing. I don't know. Kind of works. Kind of works for him.
I think he looks great, and obviously, as much as this was for losing a bet, I really wanted to do this.
Holy shit.
Are you going out this weekend?
Well, I kind of have to go out loud. You happy now? You happy now?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you do. You did this on purpose, you scumbag.
This isn't like.
Maybe you should have went to the salon.
I mean, it doesn't look good. It doesn't go white right away. Like you have to do it and like cross that.
You're a handsome man, but the hair is not doing
Deal's
anything.
done. Oh, you still got to put the puka on.
Yeah,
puka shell. So it's not done.
Granelli, what do you think?
I think he looks handsome. I think he's good. I guarantee he gets laid tonight.
I think so too.
That's a
honestly.
conversation starter at the bar. You can walk right up to a girl and be like, "Hey, I look stupid right now."
You can play it the right way.
Are you happy?
Yeah,
Are
you
you
can
happy?
definitely play it off.
Are you happy with your creation?
I think it will look good after a second round.
You gotta have
I
your
think
opening
that-
line good to go, and you're set tonight.
See.
This is for GOAT. Dude. This is for GOAT.
Here we go. Goat is here.
Wow.
Sorry, that's a new day.
Congratulations.